Hey, what's up everybody? This is Raylo with KittyBit.
And sashimi.
And we've got Axel here, along with Stubby, who's doing a napping. Alrighty guys, so today we are gonna be unboxing the new Capcom Figure Builder Plus Volume 16. Before we dig into it though, as always, we did get this from AmiAmi.com. This is the brand new Summer Amiko picture. They always have these cool seasonal pictures. She's just here in a nice summer dress with some lemons, some lemonade, having a good old time. AmiAmi, for years, has pretty much had the best prices for us. So that's like who we go through. So that's always a question we get. So, is who did you buy it from? So this is going to be the figure builder. This is a full box set. Normally these are blind box figures. Basically you just get the figures, and if you bought them in a store you'd pretty much buy them all separately and you wouldn't know which one you're going to get, and then each one of them comes with a bonus piece for the the variant figure here too. So when you buy them as a box though, you get the whole set, so you don't have to worry about the randomness. Although I get that that little bit of gambling excites some folks. Not me, I want my whole set. And these little bands here, every time I ask Capcom to do them a little better, and they seem a little bit better.
Oh, really? I don't think I've ever gotten one of those off clean.
I had a little bit of a rip on the other side, but dang, that actually came along quite nicely. So this is a set of 6 figures. And we're gonna crack into them. This is what it would look like on a market shelf, and you know, since we're practically a geeky store at this point, might as well. Alright, so this one's got quite a few different monsters in it. Kind of excited about that Bracky, the Bracky and the Barioth.
Yeah, I like Barioth.
How do you guys say it? Barioth? Barioth? Have they said it in World yet? Like, has Capcom actually confirmed a pronunciation?
I don't remember, so maybe it was normal.
They probably would have said it like
Barioth?
Barioth or something like that. Throw that usually weird apostrophe in there like they like to do with their names.
And then Brackadios.
So it looks like our variant part in this one is the tail of the monster. We will pretend we don't know what this comes from, even though we've cut this tail off so many times. Our first contender.
Oh, that guy.
Oh, yuck. It's Viper Toby. This was my least... He's one of the cooler looking monsters, I think, but he was one of my least favorite to fight.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when you fight him in the game, he just seems like he hits way too hard. And he's got Toxin as well as Paralysis. It just seemed unfair early on. But at least...
I just hate poison in general.
Yeah, I do too. That should be great with Frozen Barioth coming.
Yeah.
He's gonna be chilly and toxins.
I'm looking forward to that gear.
So the scales on him look really cool. I like all the little details and all the splines and spines in his tail.
Yeah, I never noticed those.
You don't notice them because these suckers are in your face or in the ground when you fight him.
His belly's pretty. I like the gradient.
Yeah, he's got really nice coloring to him. So he's got a hole right here. Let's hope it's fatal. And we are just going to put him in that base, and we put it in too far because it went down there. So it looks like he's meant to be a bit more dynamically posed. It's like, rawr, I'm gonna get you, sucker. So we will throw him right there. As we move on to the next figure, you guys can take a gander at him spinning.
It looks pretty funny.
I'm gonna put the rest of these boxes down on the floor so the table doesn't get just too crazy clumped.
And spinning like that, it looks like a frolic.
He's just so happy to murder you. Well,
Got that Pookie.
our new variant here is the
That's
buddy.
really cool.
Yeah. So I see what they did here. They actually did a really good job on the timing, I would say, because this set comes out right before next week, and this has a clear Barryoth figure in it, and we're gonna be seeing Frozen Barryoth. I got you, Capcom. I got you. Your marketing team's way more on point than I gave them credit for. So here we have the Coral Puke Puke.
Pookie.
He who said it best was Geralt.
Mm-hmm.
That Puke. Lots of detail in his booby scales. Look at those. I mean...
I like the silver on his wings. It's pretty.
Oh, this here? That looks really nice. There's just so much detail in these little figures. And he's very pliable. Look, he can fly.
And that blue on his tongue, dang.
Yeah, it's got
Great
a really
colors.
cool gradient to the green.
So shiny.
Nice dynamic pose as well if you want to stare into his eyes as he tries to lick your face and your soul.
Bam.
I mean, look at even the little bitty teeth. There's just... The painters on these do a fantastic job. Which is why we keep buying your stuff, Capcom.
And they do a really good job on these itty bitty figures.
So where is your hole? Oh, you don't have one. You've got a brace. So
Oh,
we're
that's
gonna put
cool.
that brace on the side because he's kind of bigger.
So it's in his feet.
Yeah, we're gonna
Ooh.
put his feet into the little holes, and he's gonna have this little neck brace to hold him up because he's so top heavy with his tongue. And he's going to replace Nasty Kadachi. Next up, let's see who we've got. Our variant piece. Is a spiky wing.
It's having a hard time focusing on that clear. That's nice. Looks like he's made out of ice.
Nice ice.
Nice.
So we will throw that onto there. So he looks a little scared, like, no, don't pet me there. Or when the cats lay on their belly and they're like, yeah, you can pet me there, and then you go to touch it and they're like, psh.
Little bear trap.
Suddenly you're trapped. Alright, so who do we got here? We've got Brute Tigrex.
Ooh.
Nobody even remembers you exist, buddy. But you have a cool design. As far as world is concerned, I would say that Brute Tigrex goes way under the radar for me. I can't really say that I've fought Brute too much in the world. Stripes are really well done. His colors actually seem to be a little bit on the milky side, like more, I don't know, more...
Matte.
I was thinking more gloss. He's pretty shiny.
Yeah, his back is shiny. The wings are... Oh, no, that's shiny.
The stripes look really good. The way they hide the
Yeah, back is
seams
nice.
on these guys is really, really cool. Like, they do a really good job on it.
It's weird. He looks really dark on the camera. He's a little bit more chocolate colored than he looks here.
Man, he takes up the entire thing with his wingspan. Alright, so there you have him and his dynamic pose. He'd be a good one to have right at the edge of a higher shelf, so you could be looking down at everything going on. Alrighty, so it looks like in this one we don't have an extra part so much as the stand. But we will stick frozen Barioth on that after.
Looks like you got Beta Totus there.
You are correct. They always do a really good job with the paint jobs on the Piscine wyverns. Like, look at that metallic gradient
that was
on the
nice.
neck.
Yeah, that like bronze color. It's really pretty.
And it's persistent all the way down.
It looks like a brand new penny.
His eyes look kind of funny. I don't know if you can see it, but he looks like he's really just stunned, like he's taking that first breath after he got out of the box. Thought I was gonna die in there. All the snow looks really cool.
Yeah, it does.
Ooh, look at his little fins.
No feet.
What are you looking at my feet for? So usually in these sets, the Piscines have someone they can kind of wrap around or grab onto. I don't know if that is going to happen in this, but if you really...
Yeah, last time we put them on Barioth back there. I don't know if y'all can see.
Yeah, you might be able to... Yeah, right there is... That's our other Totus, the Jura Totus, wrapped around old Barioth like in their turf war.
Maybe you could wrap them around Toby? Tobians?
Toby's not that big, though. Like,
Yeah, they might not be enough room underneath.
Tigrex wouldn't have any of that. Tigrex like,
Nice too,
no.
though.
Goodbye. Scooting right along. Next up we have... That bag is stuck in that box. Okay, here we go. So it looks like we've got the head of our frozen buddy. I don't know if you guys can see that. That's a lot of detail for a fingertip-sized item. But we are gonna throw that right there. So he's one leg away from being finished. So here we have our actual Barioth that is not iced out. And it looks like they gave him the grand tour as far as the paint jobs for this set. Look at those hairs.
They just look very furry.
Huge detail in the ears too, and the teeth. His claws, I love how they made them so, like, they actually look like claws. They don't look like they were just spikes on the sides of his wings. They actually look like movable claws, like right there. So are these toe beans?
Yeah, they're kind of spiked, like he's got cleats.
Yeah, they're like...
Which I guess makes sense.
He's got like toe bombs instead of toe beans. Lots of spikes on his undercarriage here. So as you can see, looking at all the spikes around Barioth, he's really kind of born and intended to do all the sliding around he does. You know, he just kind of like lands and whoosh.
Yeah, every part of him's got like traction grabbing.
He's like the embodiment of the Puma brand. They should really have a Barioth Puma shoe.
That would be awesome.
I like the what is it? The miscoloring, the underneath. Because, you know, if he was dragging himself around like that, he'd get pretty dirty. So he's got quite a realistic...
Like a polar bear.
Yeah. That orange, when you're looking at the rest of him, the orange really kind of stands out away from all the white and the brown. So let's pop him onto his stand here. He's got a really nice and menacing pose. I like how they make it so his feet are nice and far apart. I'll put him right on the edge there. I don't like him to be always too squared up. Is his tail gonna have clearance? I think it will.
Looks like it.
Last box. Last but definitely not least. My buddy. But first, let's get in here and look at these legs.
I forgot Brackadios was in here.
Broccolidios.
Brackadios is sort of Barroth shaped. Maybe you could put Beatotus on him. Not that it really makes sense. He doesn't do the tundra too much.
Yeah, he wouldn't be there, and he wouldn't tolerate that. So here we have the legs. We got 2 of them. Gonna go ahead and put this one. There it goes here. And that one here. Uh-oh. Sometimes these variants don't like to stay together all that well, but luckily he's got the pegs, so we can kind of force him to stay together by putting him... No! By putting him on the stand.
Nothing a drop of super glue won't fix.
So there you have it. There's the clear one, the variant. You bet the kitty belly, bet the kitty belly.
That would be a dangerous belly.
Very dangerous. So putting him down like that, we now have the icy menace of the tundra. Regular Barroth is quickly dethroned. And last but definitely never least, the Brack.
I love the blue on him.
Yeah, the metallic blue they used is really cool. There's a lot of detail. You can see all the gloopies in the slime. The tip of his tongue is actually green. It's a really nice detail add in, makes it stand out from the eye. Makes the eye really kind of pop out at you. It's got this nice blue trail going down his belly. I never noticed that his elbows were this odd, like, they match his belly and his feet. It seems kind of funny.
Those spikes or
like just these little bitty chunks
yeah.
of belly matching material on his elbows. Just seems a little funny to me. You can see all the lines, like where the heat from wherever he lives has been melting and matting down his scales. Like right here, these lines are especially prominent right there.
Yeah, it looks like his plating is made out of metal. It's really cool.
I like his pose. His pose is like a traditional. He looks like a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's got his hand down and this hand up, like he's ready to he's ready to counterpunch you. Segments on his legs are done really well too. Like there's good flow forward and then back.
I didn't notice the way those spikes on his knee and his leg sort of knit together. That was cool.
Oh, this one, yeah, this one in the middle goes up while those two go out.
Yeah. Makes me think of like a suit of armor.
Yeah, it's funny, like, how many of these little details you see on these figures that you don't notice in the game because you're busy fighting them.
Because they're wrecking you.
So we're going to go ahead and drop his feet here. And in his stance, he's actually got, it's touching the ground like a linebacker. So he's in that charge state like he's about to run at you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So we are going to keep our variant in the middle because he's supposed to be the centerpiece. Oh, and just for those of you who might be new to the series, these are actually interlocking. Like you can pop these together and they stick together. So you can actually, if you're into hexagons, that kind of thing, you can make a nice little group of them, put them together, and make a nice little dinner plate of monsters and put them wherever you want them. So I'd say these are our two most, well, I don't know. T-Rex is up there too, so. Puke's pretty small. He can go down in the front. Bayo, you're throwing off the symmetry here. Does anyone even care about you? No, I'm kidding.
Just put him back in the box.
Alrighty guys, there you have it. This is the Capcom Figure Builder Plus. This is volume 16. Yes, there are that many volumes. This figure series is known for, one of the things it is known for is, I think they've got almost all the non-Frontier monsters from the whole series covered. If they're missing any, it's like maybe a couple of odd ones here and there, but this series is ongoing. There's hundreds of these things. So just know if you do get these on a website that's not AmiAmi or it's not in a full box, you want a full box of 6. Be sure that you get the full box if you want all of them, because otherwise you're probably, most groups are going to charge you like $15 per, and it's going to be a blind box, and if you get 2 boxes, you could end up getting 2 Beatotus, and who wouldn't want to quit after that, so. Well, alrighty guys, hope this helped you out if you've been on the fence, or hoped it was just entertaining for you guys. The update for Alatreon, or Alatreon as they're calling him, is coming out next week, so we're super excited. We're going to be seeing Frozen Barioth as well, so that's also fun. And hope you guys enjoyed the update. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. We'll see you on the next one. As far as likes, subs, all that, that's up to you. We do now have, Twitch. We stream 3 nights a week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, so feel free to check us out there if you'd like to hang out with us and chat. Other than that, what we do ask for around here, though, is if it's within your means, consider adopting or rescuing an animal. ASPCA.org, petfinder.com. You can also Google your local animal rescue and adoption options. If you can't bring an animal home with you due to allergies, living conditions, whatever, there's other ways you can help out those animals in need.
You can also go volunteer and still spend time with the guys, or you can donate money, old blankets, clothes, sheets, office supplies, all kinds of stuff. Google your local shelters, see what they need. You probably got something they could use.
Yep, so if you get love to give, love to show, there's plenty of ways to show that love, plenty of ways to give it. And unfortunately, there's plenty of animals out there who could use that love. So speaking of love, we love you guys. So does Axel, so does Stubby. And we will see you on the next one. Remember, buy your fun, not your fam. Adopt, don't shop. Bye-bye.
Happy hunting!